What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Finatainment News. Okay, take two. Well, last night after such an amazing episode of just sisterhood and just love and, reconciliation and forgiveness and just so much going on. It was such a beautiful episode. I recorded, my review, 20 minutes, not 30. So I'm doing good. I'm getting there. I dropped it by, 10 minutes because the last two have been 30 minutes or above. And, that episode had like all of mine fresh off, watching the episode emotions, and I put it all into it and I saved it like I always do. And then I went to bed and I'm going to get up early in the morning and I'm going to edit and I'm going to upload first thing in the morning. And I get up and I open my laptop, and it's not there. My recording is completely gone. So I'm like, I didn't delete anything. I recorded, I saved. Like I did everything like I normally do. All of the other, uploads that I've done. Let me just get to the point. So I'm going to do my best. The reason why I'm late is because after that, I don't allow things to ruin my mood and stuff like that. But there's no way I could have recorded, 20 minutes of just amazing work, and now it's gone, and to just turn it around and do it again, I had to give myself time to just breathe, woosah, and then come back. So I'm gonna do my best, to give the same energy, but there's nothing like that instant raw reaction when you just come off watching something. So I'm gonna do my best, but I just wanted you guys to know what's going on, just in case it's like, oh, I was expecting you to do this down the third and you didn't. I'm going to do my best. But the good thing is, when I was watching the episode, there were some moments where I had, some raw reactions, and I recorded those moments because, I can't sit here and watch the entire episode and record it, copyright reasons. So I'm going to go ahead and insert those moments in there. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with Quad. Quad and Dr. G, same old different day. He's doing something wrong and not wanting or willing to, own up to everything. Like he wants an award or a round of applause, and he wants a cookie for, being a good husband. He, goes to a hotel room. He claims nothing happened because, he's not going to confess to that, but he claims nothing happened. Now, here's the thing. The lady who was in that room with him, she did contact one of those blog pages. This is her picture right here. This story happened, and this major blog on Instagram posted her story, but it's like a day later, it's like, who? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why she wanted to be the face of such a topic, because that's not something you want to follow you. Now, whether she said she didn't know him, she didn't know if he was married, whether he didn't have his ring on, whatever the case might be. Now the show came on air and you know that he has a wife. Why would you want to attach your face to that, Anyways, I don't know, but this is her, and she explained that when they got to the room, he left. Now, I don't know if she was paid, and that's why, and that money, and the whatever she signed, if we're going to pay you, you have to say I left. I don't know. I'm just going to throw allegedly in there, but according to her, he left and nothing happened. So Dr. G was saying, yeah, going up to the room was wrong and all of that. But, I got there and I'm like, what are you doing? I respect my wife. I had a moment of weakness, but I left. He just couldn't say, I'm sorry, and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And so until these two work on their communication, work on not, when listening, it's almost like they have a relationship where when one person is talking, the other person is already planning their rebuttal. So they're not listening. They're just eager on the edge of their seat because they can't wait to respond and clap back. And yeah, it's not going to work if you guys can't communicate and just, find a common ground. So I'm going to definitely, wish them the best, because it doesn't look good for Quad and, Dr. G. And what's interesting is sometimes the people who can give the most amazing advices, even though their life is messed up, did you see him talking to Cecil and giving Cecil advice about his marriage and what he could do? And it was like, man, why can't you apply that same thing to your marriage? And the thing with him, because of his line of work, there's too much pride there for him to go and sit in someone else's office and seek counseling. Because it's obvious that whatever they're doing is not working. Their support group is not working, but his ego is too high. He feels like people come to me, and I'm not going to go to anybody else. But whatever the case might be, like I said, I wish, Quad and her husband well. Contessa and her husband, he really, didn't say much, so we shall see if Bravo bring her back. I mean, this dynamic of a group is great right now. To bring someone completely new to shake it up, I'm not sure. So the fact that Contessa have, warm up to the group a little. Hopefully they keep her and give her another shot. She was really quiet at the reunion, and at the reunion sometimes, they want to see an interaction, if you can bring it, and based on all of that and your performance on the show, that's when they consider, to bring you back, because you signed that contract and it's for that season. All right. And then depending on how your performance was for that season, then, the next season come and they negotiate your contract and you try again. So, we shall see if she will be back. So that's that, about her. Toya and Eugene, like I said, they're doing great and all of that. And everybody else, Jackie is hanging in there, trying. And Heavenly, I'm going to have more to say about Heavenly. But, Dr. Simone, she's still screaming. But we're going to get to her because she was the highlight, of the night. Mariah and Aiden, of course, they're doing excellent. But let's get to Dr. Simone, when that whole situation with Dr. G and Quad was going on, and she was screaming, "It B words are looking for you." I was like, man, she loud. But that's just how she talks now. Of course, Curtis had to be like, "You don't think we know that?" I'm like, obviously you don't. You know that before, like after being on the show for how many seasons, you still didn't know that. Kudos to Jackie and her husband, doing everything in their power to make it work. That's, a step in the right direction. Now let's talk about, Simone, Dr. Simone and her husband. I said this in a few episodes ago and even last week. I talked about communication. I talked about, the two of them just being so stubborn and not, willing to be the wrong one, willing to sit and listen. He's screaming, she's screaming, and so on and so forth. And I just felt like, if they would just calm down and talk and listen to each other, the possibilities of things, getting better and being better was very high. So, my thing is, before I get into, details, when Dr. Jackie decided to, and everyone is different, okay? So I'm not going to compare, Jackie to anyone else. But when she decided to give, Curtis a second chance or whatever on Valentine's Day, she posted this picture right here and this caption right here, and basically saying, listen, man, yes, I was tough. I want to get a divorce. He cheated on me. My trust, it's broken. I'm done. I'm not going to be seen as Dr. Jackie if I take him back and all types of stuff. But then she was like, you know what? I am going to take him back, and I am going to work on my marriage, and I'm not going to throw away 14 years. And I believe that, we can make it work, and I can make changes, and he can make changes, and we will be all right. So she went ahead and did this long, not too long, but a post on Instagram. So, after everything that happened last night, I was just thinking to myself, so I went to Simone and Cecil's page to see if, they were going to post a statement or anything like that. Because this is, it's not a fear, but this is my concern. I know that when things happen and two people have just lost their way, that's where counseling comes in. That's where friendship comes in. That's where support from your family, comes in. All of those things, that's where it comes in. But I just feel like it shouldn't. Let's talk about Tammy, okay? Yeah, let's talk about Tammy. You know, you guys know I'm not here for Heavenly, but when she said F Tammy, listen, I was done. Let me go ahead and insert my live reaction right here. I can't stand Heavenly, but she was funny. She said, but why is he fighting so hard for Tammy? F Tammy. I was like, yeah, same here. Tammy, but Heavenly, she said F Tammy. And for the first time, I agree with her cursing, okay? All right, let me go ahead and watch the rest and I'll be back with my commentary. That I was done when she said F Tammy, okay? I'm like, this one right here. But my thing is, being stubborn or not, you know, oh, you won't give up this, I'm not going to give up this. It shouldn't take 7 to however many, you know, because it looked like at one point people were screaming from the audience. So it shouldn't take an entire room, 7 or more people, to tell you to let go of someone who's causing the problem in your marriage. I just feel like Caesar did not think this Tammy person was causing any conflict, because if it's not something that he could see himself, then there's a huge concern there, because it shouldn't take friends and people to tell you to let go of someone. It should be your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know better. And I understand he was at a point where he's like, you're not home, we're not intimate, we're not doing A, B, and C. Tammy is the only good thing I have going on in my life right now, excluding the kids, and you're going to take that away from me? I'm not having it. That's where he was. But it's just like, you know, last week I was talking about our friend, and it seemed like she was just his friend, but it looked like she is our friend, because someone talking about Tammy live in Atlanta but spend 8 days in their house. Now let me tell you something. I was highly upset when I commend the ladies. I'm here for them coming together and all of that, but I was highly upset when all of them were trying too hard and kept talking, that those important questions that I wanted answers got lost in translation, because everyone was talking. Like, it was one point it got quiet and Annie asked a direct question about Tammy. Or when Simone said she was in their house for 8 days, you know, for Christmas, there was a moment that she could elaborate, like, all of these things, but it's like everyone was trying to jump in and talk and do it. That we just missed some points. And I was like, I hope when they come back from this commercial break, they bring Tammy back up and we talk more about her, because if they're going to keep talking to the point where Andy have to move on and just brush over this whole Tammy conversation, I'm going to be mad. So I'm glad that she was brought back up and all of that, because I was just like, okay, guys, I appreciate the fact that you all want to help, but calm down. Like, you know, let's get down to the bottom of this Tammy person. And I was just laughing. I was like, I know everyone is going to Dr. Simone social media pages, giving all of her female friends, not the ones that we know, but the ones that we don't know, giving all of them the side eye, like, are you Tammy? Okay, guys, so this is Tammy, yes, and I did a collage of a few pictures. I got these images right off Cecil's page, okay? Come back for part 2. As I go into more details, because yeah. Now, before you say, well, this right here is the reason why, you know, Simone didn't have any fear, or this nonchalant because you're judging Tammy's physical appearance, it's not always about appearance, guys. You know, if somebody's there for you, they're nice to you, they're treating you with kindness and all of that, it's not about looks. What is the guy, the Terminator guy, the governor, Arnold? Yeah, didn't he sleep with a babysitter? And beauty lies in the eyes of the beholders. I'm not here to call that lady out of her name, but look at the babysitter and look at his wife, his ex-wife. But the babysitter, the nanny was there. The nanny was in the house. The nanny was cooking. The nanny was available. The nanny was there for conversation. The nanny was there to put the children to bed. The nanny was there. She was there for everything while the wife was barely there. She was working. She was out of the house. And the nanny was there with him most of the time. So at the end of the day, he just needed someone there. The nanny was there. And what he did was completely wrong. And of course, they're divorced now. All of this happened years ago, but sometimes it have nothing to do with how the person look. It's all about, you know what, I need someone here and this person is here. And not only did he have an affair, he ended up fathering a child with the nanny and all of that. So it's not always about, you know, the physical appearance, guys. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like, you know, Tammy is really family. But anyway, so let's talk about Tammy being at the house for 8 days for Christmas. One of the reasons why I wanted to know or learn more about Tammy is because, you know, before jumping to conclusion, right, because that's one of those people as well, and, you know, going after Tammy, you know, understanding her story will make all of this make sense. Still will make us understand why Simone was so nonchalant, like, oh no, they're not having, you know, they're not intimate and stuff like that. Because it's like, okay, if you have a friend that's like a sister and she lives alone, you know, there's no family, it's a holiday time, it's like, okay, we are your family, come over and spend a holiday with us. Okay, that's possible. Was Tammy, or is Tammy, the forgotten friend? You know, once TV and fame came and everybody is, you know, my TV friend, and they've built real friendships, but it's like, is that he relates to Tammy more because she's not on TV and all of that. Like, this is like my sister, my friend, someone who I can talk to and don't have to worry about my situation being all over the place. Like, I was trying to really understand how did Tammy enter their life and who she is, and then it would make sense, you know, like because from what I saw in these images you're gonna see in part 2, Tammy looks like family. She looks like she's on every vacation with them, even for New Year. Like, she flew with them. I'm sure they went off and did their couples thing, but she was there. So there's no way Simone is just going to be suffering all of these years and just tolerating Tammy. There's something deeper that we don't know about Tammy. Maybe, you know, something happened in Caesar's life and family wise, and Tammy has been his only family, and it's something, you know. And yeah, it's going to be tough to see if he's going to be able to let her go for his marriage, because yeah, you have your boys to talk to you or your wife to talk to you and all of that, but depending on how deep of a role Tammy played in his life, it's going to be a hard one. Because after going on his Instagram page, I feel a completely different way. But come back for part 2. Let's talk about it. So look, as I went through Caesar's Instagram, and his Instagram is, Tammy is in every picture. Tammy is on every vacation. Tammy is in, I was surprised that Tammy wasn't in a holiday picture, okay? Tammy is everywhere. And some of the images, she's smiling, and Simone just looked miserable, like I just have to deal with her. One of the reasons why I was upset, because I really wanted to know, like, excluding she's a friend, how did she enter their life? Because she's been in their life for a long time. Like, did she go on vacation with them because, you know, they got to go off and do their couple thing while she watched the kids? Like, she's all over his Instagram page in every single picture. And I have to do a part 2 because I'm not trying to make this video an hour long. So come back for part 2. That's going to be all about Tammy, okay? Okay guys, so some of the images, they are in larger group. It's not just Simone, Caesar, and Tammy. It's like other couples are there, but most of the trips is like couples, then Tammy, okay? The reason why I cropped them is in as much as, you know, putting Tammy in the video. I'm not breaking the laws. Her pictures are all over the internet. They're not copywritten. I can do that. You know, however, there are other couples there that have nothing to do with this whole situation. So some of the images are cropped, not because I'm trying to build a story like it's just Caesar, Simone, and Tammy. I cropped it because I'm like, okay, these other couples have absolutely nothing to do with the situation, so I'm just going to go ahead and crop them out. But in one or two of the pictures, I kept other couples in it. But in the bonus episode, the part 2 with just Tammy, you're going to see the larger images. I just feel like since I'm reviewing in this one, I put an entire collage together so you can see all of the images that you will see, you know, by themselves in the part 2. So it looks like she started off as the family friend, their friend, and then, yes, Caesar friend. Yeah, that's what I've been saying for a while when it comes to Heavenly. I'm not done with Simone and Caesar, but when it comes to Heavenly, I've been saying for a while now that no one is perfect. I'm sure their marriage goes through ups and downs, but she's doing everything in her power to, you know, put up this front. And when her husband, Dr. Damon, tried to speak up on their situation, when they were in Barbados, she completely shut him down. She did not want him to say anything, and he got quiet. And then during the men tell all or whatever, you know, situation in the bar area, whatever, he did say some things, even though he wasn't specific. He was like, you know what, we go through ups and downs, you know, we go through, like, he was like just going there, like, we go through things, you know. And so I was like, but not everybody wants to put their situations and their business out there. So in order for her to have her husband on the show but not spill situations from her life, she was like, you know what, I'm still going to bring good TV by fighting with Mariah, by being the loudest, by being disrespectful, and my actions is going to distract them from seeking a storyline out of me because I'm bringing heat. I'm bringing, you know, viewers. I'm making people upset and all of that. Even though, you know, her image is getting messed up by it, to her, she feels like, you know what, anything that will deflect them from asking me deep questions about my marriage or opening up, that's what I'm going to do. And so they spend all this time trying to, you know, squash situation between her and Mariah and other people, that it was like, we don't even care about your marital situations anymore because this is good TV right here for us, drama. So when she was like, you know what, seeing what Simone and Caesar went through or are going through, it makes me, you know what, I want to open up more, because had they come over here and fake it like everything was okay, no one would have been able to have the conversation that led to the two of them having this moment right here. Eugene, stupid. Don't talk to each other no more. Don't F it up. Yes, look at God. Look. I'm just concerned because, yeah, it was great and all of that, but once the camera crew left and everyone on the cast left and all of that, I don't want next season to come and the first thing we see is a camera in Simone's face. She's at the whatever, south, north, east, whatever house she's at, talking about, guys, I'm so sorry to announce that Caesar and I tried. We did everything, but, you know, we just couldn't work it out, and that divorce, something just feels weird, and I'm just praying and hoping that after 21 years, these two are able to work it out and pull through, because they have a long way to go, a lot of work to do. I am so proud of Toya. Toya, like, she was out there interceding for their marriage. She even went as far as switching her seat so that man could go and hold his wife's hand. Bravo did not think about that. They did not say, oh, like, she changed the whole rules. Like, I'm going to go back there and sit on that hard chair next to my husband. Go sit next to your wife. Hold her hands. And that's what I've been saying. Simone's screaming over here. He's screaming over here. They're getting mad, slamming the door. walking away, and that they were never talking to each other. They were talking at and screaming at each other. And when one person is talking, the other person was planning for the rebuttal. How am I going to shut this person down? And that was so sad to watch. So if Cecil couldn't see the emotional abuse or whatever that was going on and see all of that in his wife's eyes to let Tammy go, and it had to take a whole room for him to see that, I just do pray and hope that when the whole room is not available, that he's still able to hear her and see what she's talking about, and vice versa. Because he was saying, listen, you know, we're supposed to write love letters and take things seriously, and she wrote hers in the car. She didn't care, all of that. So hopefully they do realize how serious and deep and important this is, and they take it very serious. Because 21, just like the Heavenly did say, if you don't want to be married, just end it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Jackie is going to be all up in Simone's life, making sure, are you working on it? Is everything working out? So I'm sure he will know with Jackie by her side and all of that. But at the end of the day, 21 years or not, if it's not working, you know what to do. But I do pray and hope it works out. Now, I don't know if it was just on TV we could hear everything, but in the room they couldn't. I didn't understand why Jackie had to literally squat and be in the middle to hear what they were saying. Like, you know, thank you for your support, but girl, sit down. I love Dr. Jackie though. But I know she meant well. She meant well, but they all contributed. Every single one of them. Andy said, sitting did not win. That was just powerful and amazing. And wow, like communication is so important sometimes, and to just see how sometimes when you just snap, when you've had enough and you just snap, how that can lead to some drastic decisions, you know? And so, wow, that was just a powerful episode last night. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.